Hey guys, so today I'm going to be taking a look at Snapchat stock here, and one of the most concerning things about Snapchat stock and the market as a whole is that we're kind of seeing a very much stalling here of the market, and we're not able to break out from these all-time highs and potentially continue making the market worth more, and instead we're seeing that the market is looking to retest some of these lower levels, and right now the SPY is sitting at around 339. However, I wouldn't be surprised if we do come back and retest 330 or maybe even 320 as the market kind of cools off from the huge bull run we've seen ever since the beginning of February. So that's one of the main things that I've been watching over the last few days to kind of decide whether or not I'll be opening a new position to the upside or maybe looking for some positions towards the downside here, especially when trading options. Now, one of the main companies I've been watching and waiting for is Snapchat stock here. And one of the main reasons why I like them is because I feel like they have a lot of upside. Now, they had a huge earnings run from around 18 to $28 here over the last few weeks and months. And now they're just sitting very flat at around $22 every single day. And for the last 5 days, probably their stock chart has looked exactly like this. They go up in the morning, maybe break up again, and then sell off to around the $21 mark by the end of the day. And what this kind of shows you is that they really have no clear direction at this moment. And a lot of the investors have kind of pulled out instead of staying in and continue pushing the price higher. Now, what other companies can we compare this to? Well, we have Twitter, and that's honestly a good comparison, but we can't expect Snapchat to have the same name recognition as Twitter. So if Twitter's costing $30 to $40, I would expect Snapchat to be around 20 to 30. So I think they're still in a healthy range for them to be trading. However, if we don't see them push up higher during earnings here, you can see that basically they are having very good earnings in their last quarter. However, whatever happens in quarter 3 of 2020 will be critical for their stock's future and kind of coming into the next few months here, because you can see that that's basically what they're trading on right now is their last earnings report. And even though it wasn't spectacular, they were still having a huge run up and are able to hold this price of around $20 over the last few weeks. Now, if we do get into the technical analysis here, you can see that as we bounced from their lows in March, they were having a huge channel here, a very strong channel where they were just going crazy in the upwards direction. And you can see that it was very well respected. Every time that the channel was hit, they did have a bounce in either the upwards or downwards direction. And now we're seeing them kind of hold, and they broke out of the channel, and we're seeing them kind of hold around this $21 price range. And you can just see how flat the stock has been over the last few days here. So this is not really this is not really super good if you are trading as an options trader. However, if you are a swing trader, this is an okay situation for you to have, because you can potentially make around 80 cents of movement to a dollar every single day, just buying at the low and selling at the high. As you can see, they repeat almost every other day. So if you are a swing trader, you've probably seen this already and you're probably making a lot of money off of it, but I wouldn't recommend to do that in the long run, as the more times something tests a certain level, the more likely it is to break out from that level. So if we've seen Snapchat retest this $22 level, 22.30, once, twice, three, four, five, six, 7 times even, then now we're probably seeing a very likely situation where they might break to the upside or downside. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today here, where I'm kind of looking for them to either break back to their all-time highs at around $27, or break back down to this resistance, this very strong resistance around 1964. And that's where I will be opening a very long position in Snapchat to the upside. And hopefully I'm able to catch them by the time they're coming in their next earnings. Now, every single company, or at least 99% of them, run up to their earnings if they do have expected good news. And Snapchat is no different. You can see that every time they've had an earnings, they kind of run up and then massively do well after the earnings. So this is a very good sign for long-term growth. However, right now with the stock market paused, you can see that they're having a lot of trouble moving in the upwards and downwards direction, and that's not what you want to see as a swing trader here. So that's why I've been very paused on Snapchat. I haven't been taking any sort of position to the upside or downside here, but the most crucial part of it all is seeing whether or not they can break this 22.30 to the upside and maybe even retest on this level right here, the 23.44, would show very, very bullish signs. Or if they come down all the way to 19.50 and hold, then that also shows a very, very bullish sign that they might have a reversal coming soon, and also a sign that it is a time to buy here because they are at their long term kind of a minimum price here for their stock. As you can see, they haven't been able to trend lower, even as a lot of bears come into the market as a whole and come into other indexes such as the SPY or the Dow here. So I would keep a very, very close eye on Snapchat. If you are trading options, it's honestly not a good time. The IVs are probably through the roof with all of this daily movement and kind of staying in the same place. The IV is going to be absolutely killer here. So your main moves on Snapchat are to either wait for this 1950 range and kind of buy in at the ideal price and hold for a long time, or maybe watch if they break to the upside here and then consider a options play all the way to around 30 if they do have a lot of strength coming up to this 2350 range that I've marked out here. So there's honestly not a lot of plays going on with Snapchat. They're very paused at the moment. I would be very careful if you are an option trader. Watch that IV, watch that theta. Make sure you're not getting in on a play that's already overextended or that has already had too much movement to be profitable for you in the long run here. So just keep a close eye out on a lot of those things. Now, remember the levels $20 or 23 are the key levels to watch to kind of know what the direction of Snapchat is going to be. It's too bad that they actually broke out of this channel and unfortunately started trending sideways, because if they continued upwards at this point here, right here, 24.38, then we might have seen a very, very healthy bounce to the upside. However, they've quickly broken out of the channel and have now just traded very much sideways. So just keep a close eye out on this stock, guys. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.